about Adele Davis. And when you were really little, Justine, those were like the only books I had. Adele Davis. Let's eat right to be fit. Let's eat right to have healthy children. And her two hobby horses were more protein and more B vitamins. These were the things that Adele Davis was really known for. And she's right. One of the very first women that I learned from through her books, and I have not found anything that says she's in any way wrong. But the way she had of getting protein and B vitamins, I don't think are healthy ways. So the way she wanted to get more protein was to use a dehydrated protein powder, in her case powdered milk. Now you have your choice. You can get powdered whey, you can get pea protein, you can get hydrolyzed soy protein. There's a lot of protein powders out there. And Weston Price was very clear the absolute worst food of modern food processing is a processed protein powder. If he had a blacklist, a do not ever, ever, ever eat this, that's where that would be. So I found other ways to get more protein into myself and people, like Nourishing Herbal Infusions. All right, the protein in nettle, the protein in red clover, the protein in oat straw, the protein in comfrey. Pack a punch, help us stay healthy as we age. B vitamins. Adele Davis recommended for B vitamins brewer's yeast. Well, I just said, when you brew the barley into beer, you create lots more, like 15 times more B vitamins. So sure enough, that stuff that's left after we filter the beer, the brewer's yeast, is loaded with B vitamins. But if you've ever actually tasted brewer's yeast, it's not tasty. It's bitter. It's actually kind of nasty. It's like beer dregs. And it's like, okay, it's loaded with B vitamins, but so some people said to her, well, you know, you could use nutritional yeast instead. She said, really? Nutritional yeast? She said, well, it's like the brewer's yeast. It's got lots of B vitamins in it. So you could just use nutritional yeast. She said, oh, okay. And she didn't much like the taste of nutritional yeast either. So she created the first food bar, the Tiger Bar, so that she could eat nutritional yeast. Well, that was super cool. Now, she ate a lot of nutritional yeast and she ate a lot of powdered protein. But I personally think it was the nutritional yeast that caused all 4 of her lower leg bones to break when she stood up one day. She literally did just what I did. She stood up from a chair and she crashed to the ground with breaks in all 4 bones. I have had more than one woman tell me that they had a pregnancy where they bought the nutritional yeast thing and used a lot of nutritional yeast, and that they lost teeth during the pregnancy. The baby's teeth came in horrible, filled with cavities, and that they then had a subsequent pregnancy, a pregnancy after that, where they didn't eat nutritional yeast, where their teeth were fine, the baby's teeth were fine, and they could feel the difference and the drag that that nutritional yeast made on their bodies. So you asked before, when we were talking about this, where does nutritional yeast come from? This is the story that I heard. During World War II, the Germans were carpet bombing England. What? They didn't just bomb strategic places. That's mostly what goes on in a war, is you bomb the ammunition depot, or you bomb the railway center. But the Germans were simply sending planes over that would drop bomb
through the city.
Through
Residents.
The city, through the countryside.
Yep.
So nobody wanted to farm.
No.
Right? Scary. So supposedly they put up a contest. Who can create a bomb-proof food? What a good idea. Let's make a bomb-proof food. There were 2 winners. One winner was Henry Doubleday, who created hybrid comfrey. And he said, comfrey's bomb-proof. What happens if comfrey's bombed?
Multiplies.
More comfrey. And how much cultivation does it need?
None.
None. Right. So just throw a comfrey root in the field, let them bomb it, and now you have a whole field of comfrey. Thank you. That worked great. Right. So comfrey was a winner. It definitely is, and yes, it can actually be used as a cooked green and
And the yeast?
for animals and in your compost piles. Fabulous. Yeah. And then the other winner was a group of scientists who went into a sub basement, and that's where they got their tank of sugar water and started adding things to it, right? So that they wound up with what's called in England Marmite. And what's known here as nutritional yeast. And so far as I know, there's not even yeast in it. I'm not sure why they call it nutritional yeast.